I'm Mark Sudonik, Textile Application Specialist with GSG. Today I'm here with Paul and Gustavo from Magna Colors and Avian Company. In our previous video we talked about ND Extra from Magna, which is a great way to introduce yourself in your shop to water-based printing. And it's going to give you that really nice soft hand feel. And mainly ND Extra is used for light garments, but today we're going to go into the world of discharge printing, which is going to be multicolored prints on dark fabrics.
GSG presents Whiting Wednesday.
Okay, Paul, and Gustavo, both of you guys, we went over ND Extra and now we're talking dark garments. And what we have here in front of us are discharge prints. What is discharge printing? I've heard about it, I've seen it, I've dabbled in it myself, I've ran some in production, but for those folks watching, they've never seen it before, can you explain what discharge really is?
Discharge printing, basically, you add pigment into the dye and basically it removes the black dye or the navy dye, and it's just a bleaching process. Once down the tunnel, once down the dryer, whatever colour you mix comes out nice and bright.
Now, the colours that you mix, are they printed on top of this discharge? Do the colours themselves discharge the dye?
So basically, printed direct into the garment, no need for an underbase, all printed wet on wet. Very versatile, you can print through meshes from like a 110 all the way up to 230. You can achieve really fine detail and excellent colour.
So you mentioned no flash, so you're not flashing an underbase.
Correct.
No.
So,
You don't flash. It's when you flash a discharge, you're gonna start have more hand feel. So that's what you try to avoid. So the reason, and it's the nice way to do it, is just print it and without any flash, just put it in the dryer.
So when it goes through the dryer, your shirt that you're printing, that's where this process occurs.
Yes,
from the heat.
Yes, before it goes down the dryer, the colour can appear quite muted.
Okay.
And only when it goes down the dryer, it's a certain temperature for a certain time, which typically will be about 330 degrees. You're looking about 120 seconds, 2 minutes. Then it starts the dyeing process.
Well, I like the fact of not running flash, especially in Texas. We're keeping the heat out of the shop also.
And again, it's really good that you can print wet on wet. So on a 10 colour machine, you can print 10 colours.
Wow. Are there any limitations with discharge? For example, if I have a garment, I'm going to do a discharge print. Are there different things I could do? For example, if I wanted to add foil to it, is the foil going to stick to this print?
No, the foil will not stick to the print. No, it's very versatile. The problem you may have, well, not a problem, the thing you would recommend to people is do a patch test first to see if your garment is dischargeable. Right. Not all garments are 100% dischargeable, so we recommend people do a patch test.
Now, are there certain garments, for example, does it have to be 100% cotton? Can you do 50-50s?
We've had successful results on blended.
Okay.
Again, it will not work on polyester, but blends, tri-blends, we've had decent results. Again, we always recommend people use a patch test.
Okay, well, it's fantastic. I mean, looking at multicolored prints, no flash, wet on wet, I think it's a fantastic product.
Yeah, you can tell. Even you can see, the brighter colors doing with the discharge. It's pretty good. It's pretty awesome.
Are there any limitations to what colors can be discharged? Or is it any type of cotton garment?
No, pretty much any colour with regards to Pantone colours. What I would suggest is you're not going to be able to discharge fluorescent colours.
Okay.
Well, one other thing with the colors is that we have the Magna Mix. Is our with the system you can create any Pantone. So you can log in and use a discharge base and just input your Pantone that you need, and you're gonna get the formula.
So with Magna Mix, if I was doing colors with ND Extra, and then we decided we want to do that same shirt, same graphic, but with discharge, we're basically just changing the base out and getting our formulas?
Correct. You just go in there and choose your bases, the ND or discharge, and then choose your Pantone that you're looking for, the amount that you want it, and you just put it in.
And discharge has to be activated, correct?
That's correct.
It's a two-part system?
Discharge is a two-part correct system. You're absolutely right. So we would recommend you make up your colour first, then you want to put 6% activator in.
Okay.
Your activator will depend on which discharge system you are using. put 6% in, give it a good mix, leave it 15 minutes, and then just before you start printing, again, just give it a good mix to make sure all the crystals are dissolved.
Well, now that we're adding Activator, does this ink now have a shelf life to it?
It does, Mark.
It does.
Typically, we'll have a shelf life of about 8 hours, so typical working shift.
Okay, so basically you're going to mix what you need.
That's correct.
You're not going to, you may need a gallon, but you're not going to use it that day, so you
don't
may
activate it. Just activate, but this is one of the best practices. You know, you're right. You can make a gallon, but don't activate it. Just can activate kilo by kilo or 2 kilos if you need it. Depends on how long it's going to be your run.
Well, it seems like it's really easy to use. The results are fantastic. Well, there's a really good introduction to discharge printing with Magna Colors Discharge Ink range. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For more tips and information on screen printing and water-based inks, visit GoGSG.com, and we'll see you next time.